It is absolutely freezing here today. It's maybe 1 or 2 degrees. Everything was frosted, frozen white here this morning, and it's just started to thaw a little bit now. But what better time than to add some heat and get our chilies on the go? I am going to do loads of chilies. I'm going to make loads of chili plants this year, and there's a reason for that. But it's a secret plan, and I'll come to that in a future video. But what I will do today is I will take you through all the different varieties I'm going to be doing. We'll get some of them sown, we'll get some of them on the go, and I'll tell you how I'm going to do it, because it's not always that straightforward to get chili plants on the go, get the seeds sown, get them to germinate, and get them to give you some fruit. But we'll come to that in a little bit. I will rattle through really quickly the different varieties I'm going to do, because I've been shopping, and I've been shopping in a couple of different places, and we have some new seeds from a new supplier, somebody I've not bought seeds from before, so we're going to give them a try. But first up, we have got some piri piri. These are from Chili Chump. We have got Hot Jalapeno Tiger, Premier Seeds Direct. All the ones in these little plastic bags are Premier Seeds Direct, so I'll not repeat myself saying that every time. Zabranga, I think you pronounce it like that. Maybe not. There's every possibility I am saying that wrong. 7 Pot Pink is the next one. On the pink theme, we've got Pink Tiger. And yes, I do like the stripy chilies. I like anything with a sort of a variegated fruit or a variegated leaf. I like the look of them. So we've got a few stripy ones. We've got some Basket of Fire that I wasn't going to really plan on doing, but then I found the packet in my seed box and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a few of them for the secret plan. And from our new seed supplier this year, She Grows Veg. So I went on, quite famous. It's a whole thing that sort of came from YouTube, Instagram, social media, that sort of thing, and the seed company started up out of that. So this is my first time buying some seeds from She Goes Veg, and I've got some other ones, got some tomatoes, aubergines and stuff that we'll do in a different video later in the day. These ones, again, excuse my pronunciation, I'll hold the seed packet up so you can see it. Bikino Red, those ones, a nice little round red one. I'm murdering the names here, and it's only going to get worse. Buena Mulata, there we go. Murdered that name 100% there. So that's the varieties I'm going to be doing this year. I'm pretty much going to be sowing all the seeds out of those packets. Like I say, I want loads and loads of plants. So get set up over here, get cracking, get some seeds sown. So I thought we'd do 2 different packets to show you. The reason I've picked 2 different packets is I want to do, just while we're doing this, just while we're sowing the seeds and I'm showing you all the different bits and pieces I'm doing, is just the sort of how much the cost and how many seeds you get per pack from the different suppliers. Because like the Premier Seeds Direct ones there, I can see that I have got 8 seeds in that packet, and I think they were $1.99, and that is the Pink Tiger ones. The ones here from She Goes Veg, beautiful, beautiful pictorial packet, and I really like the sort of QR code thing on the back. And full credit to Premier Seeds Direct. They've got the QR code thing there that takes you off to more instructions and see how things are grown. But it is a mystery. It is a mystery as to how many seeds are in that packet, but we will see. So there is nothing mysterious about doing the seeds. I have just got some very straightforward garden compost there. Pick the variety that you like to use and use it, and it'll probably be absolutely smashing for peppers, chilies, tomatoes, cucumbers, whatever you do. I've tried, honestly, I have tried every flavour of compost you could ever imagine, and I don't notice a massive amount of difference. Yeah, some of the specialist seed composts you get are quite nice and light and fluffy, but they're really expensive for what you get. So all I do, bog standard garden compost, run it through a sieve, gets rid of all the lumps, bits and pieces, add in a bit of perlite, and job is a good one. These are quarter-size seed trays. Again, what I'll do is I'll add links in the description down below. You can see all the stuff that I'm using today. There's no secret thing there. I'm not selling anything like that. Go and have a look. see what you think, whether you like it or not. But let's get cracking with the mystery of just how many seeds are inside the She Grows Veg packet. And I'm having a bit of trouble getting into the bottom of the packet, but we'll just tear it open and it'll be fine. And there's one of those ones where it's a packet inside a packet, and we'll tip these out and see how many we've got. If you remember, the Premier Seeds Direct were 8, and I'm sure they cost me $1.99. These ones from She Grows Veg were the different peppers, the different chilies I've got were, some were £3.50 for a packet, and I think some were $3.99. I can't remember how much these ones were, but I'm going to count them with my trusty pencil here. We've got one, let me show you here on the camera, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for that extra little bit of money, that extra £1.50, we've got 10 seeds. So yeah, it's not bad. It's not too bad a value. And I'm going to try and space them out nicely in here so they've all got room to grow and to germinate. And I think, as I've mentioned before, sieve compost, and I like to sieve it especially when I'm doing seeds, and just that way when the little plants start to grow and they set down roots and we come to pot them on out of these trays, the roots aren't all sort of tangled up in some sort of big lumpy bit of wood or whatnot that's maybe been in the compost, and you don't rip the roots and things when you're pulling them out or anything like that. And I'm looking down here, I'm all prepared today. Wait till you see my labels. We're going to talk about labels. I've got a thing to say about labels, so I'm all chuffed with myself. I've got my compost sieved, I've got my pots out, I've got my water, I've got everything sorted and good to go. So we will find the right label for this pot, which is this one. We'll pop it in, and the other thing we're going to do is pop a lid on here. I'll just move them to one side if I can find a space in the greenhouse there. We'll do the Premier Seeds Direct ones, and we'll just check that we do have the right amount of seeds. So that says 8 seeds. We'll do a quick count. Let me just see if I can get into the packet. So when we get them out, we'll make sure we do have 8. But more often than not, actually, I'll find that you're never shortchanged on the seeds. Anybody ever been shortchanged on seeds? Let me know in the comments if you've ever come up short. But I generally find there's more, either the right amount or more in the packet. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll bang on the money with these ones here. And these are the pink tigers. And we'll do it again, much the same way. Just try and give them lots of space in the little quarter size seed tray. Have you done your chilies yet? Interesting question. I wanted to get mine done because of my secret master plan that we'll come to again in a different video. I actually wanted to get them done last weekend, but I've not had the time. And can you be like, I've lost my water. Where's it gone? There's the water. I lost the time last weekend, so I'm behind by about a week, which isn't great, right at the very start of the season, but we'll give them a good water as well. Don't worry about that looking like it's all pooled on the top there. That's going to soak through. This compost is pretty dry because it's been out in the greenhouse for at least a week or two. That'll all soak in. It'll drain through any excess like it's doing now. It's just going to come out the little holes in the bottom of the tray. Job's a good one, and my pre-written label is already there. And we will, again, pop one of these lids on top of our little tray. So there we go. First couple of little trays done. And what did I want to mention? Couple of things. One, the labels. Now look at the label there. Beautifully written label. Now, much like different composts, I have tried every label, pen, whatever combination out there in the market, the black ones or the white pen, the Sharpies, the little wooden sticks, all that sort of stuff. They all have problems. The one I've stuck with probably, if I'd say this will be the 3rd year. I think this is the 3rd year I've used this. Let me just grab one from over here where I've got, there's a pile of them there. So these are just little straightforward plastic tags off Amazon. You can buy them in packs like 50 or 100. I don't remember the price. They're pretty cheap. And I use a pencil. Now the good thing about the pencil is it's waterproof, so I write it on here, it never comes off. The only way I get it off is at the end of the season, or when I'm done with it, I use the rubber on the end of the pencil, rub it out, and that's that label ready to use again next year. Again, I'm not a big fan of single-use plastics. I wouldn't say it's single-use, it's the 3rd year in a row I'm using them, and I'm damn sure I'm going to be using them for many years to come. So for a couple of quid, for like 100 plastic labels, pencils with rubbers on the end, just keep sharpening the pencil, keep using it. Don't faff on, man, with white pens, black label, all that sort of jazz. Keep it nice. We do overcomplicate things sometimes as gardeners, don't we? And speaking of overcomplicating things, the chilies, where are they going to go now? They're going to go into my house. They're going to go on a heated propagator. They need around about 25 degrees centigrade plus, depending on the varieties and things like that, to get them to germinate. So I use a Garland Super 7. It takes the ambient temperature of your house and it makes the temperature higher than that. I don't remember the exact figure off my head. I don't want to get too technical. If you have a Garland Super 7, if you stick it in your house, as long as you don't live in a freezer, you plug it in, turn it on, put your chilli seeds on top of it, they're going to germinate. Job's a good one. Loads of chilli plants. I do have another one, another design. Again, nearly all the stuff comes off Amazon, and most of it does these days, doesn't it? It's like one of those mats that you plug in and it's got the temperature control on it. I can set the temperature. It's got like a little probe sort of thing on it. You stick the probe in the compost and you set your temperature, and it generally tries to keep it on or above that temperature. So you can set the temperature, I don't know, 25 degrees, and it'll keep it at around about that level. Again, if you've got it in your house, it's going to be a lot cheaper to run than down here in the greenhouse. Speaking of if it's cheaper to run or not, I did a video a couple of years ago. It's on the channel, you can find it. It was how much it costs to use a heat mat, and there's another one about grow lights and stuff like that. Personally, I was really surprised at how cheap they were. A lot of people think, I'm not going to buy a heat mat, I'm not going to use grow lights, they're dead expensive to run. They're actually not too bad, and it did surprise me, the results. Anyway, I am off now to sow another, I think I've got another 6 batches of these to do, which you saw there. It doesn't take ages to get them done. Get another 6 batches of these on the go, get them growing, some for me, some for the secret plan, that if you like and subscribe and come back to the channel in the future, you will find out what that is all about. But for today, that is me done. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.